you doing, Emily? This is Bree.
I'm Bree.
Nice
Nice to meet you. Welcome.
Thank
You're looking
you.
sharp. Is this day 2 for you?
Day 3.
Day 3. You were here before the conference. Oh my gosh. How are you feeling?
No, I'm good. I'm doing great.
You're looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah.
We had a good dinner last night as well.
Yes, exactly.
That's quite
Lovely
nice.
dinner.
Yeah.
Very nice. I fly out tonight, so
Ooh, where's home?
London.
Oh my
wasn't expecting that, was you?
gosh, I was
No.
not
So
with
we're
that.
near each other.
Oh my gosh.
She would never have noticed, yeah.
Well, tell our listeners a little bit about you and your role.
Excellent. Hello. Great to be here with you. Emily DeMartino. I head up HR for our international markets at McDonald's.
Ever heard of it?
Yes,
The largest employer in the world?
one
One
of.
of.
One, okay.
One of.
Not,
Yeah,
not quite there yet.
exactly.
Yeah.
No, we're
8 out of
super proud.
8 out of every 10 Americans.
One in 8.
1 in 8.
Americans have worked at McDonald's, and in Canada, 1 in 10.
That's still
Canadians.
that's still, like, does that never, like, it always amazes me every time I hear it.
A lot of our
I hear-
senior
I hear-
leaders have like their first jobs were at McDonald's.
I was just chatting with one.
I know.
And the experience. And
Oh, really?
Yes.
I would.
You have time to lean. You have time to clean. I mean, we're building good life skills here.
I love it. When I started at Achievers 10 years ago, we had just signed McDonald's in
Yes.
2015, and there was just this mountain of McMuffins that we were like having a celebration for your life. I was like, what is this company?
Yeah.
I love it. Free
That's-
McDonald's. I'm here
yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Well, that's incredible.
So your role, you lead the international workforce,
Yes.
right? Obviously, that requires a lot of agility. How do you balance sort of the global HR strategy with the local market adaptability to optimize the workforce
no.
management? That's a challenge, right, across all of the...
Great. Yeah, it's a great question. I would say, I think the first thing is it all starts with listening, understanding what are the priorities, what are the needs of our people across the different markets. But what we try to do is take those insights and start to set what our shared and our enterprise and global people plans are around that. It's also incredibly important, though, to respect and appreciate your culture is nuanced in each of these countries. Your regulations and regulatory environment is different. Languages are different. All of those things you have to respect. But I am very passionate about solving the big problems once when we can, as opposed to every market going out and spending time, energy, and effort trying to tackle the same issues. The other brilliant thing about us kind of taking a step back, having a shared understanding of what the needs are, setting our central plans and strategies around that is, as we're doing that, we're learning what's worked well across each of our markets. Someone somewhere has solved, some of these issues. And so I think that's a big piece is listening, staying connected, and then coordination as we're looking at, I would say historically, we've been highly decentralized, and we've started to work more into a model where we're collaborating, connecting, we have more enterprise strategies and plans and more enterprise systems, technology, processes. And so that requires a ton of coordination, collaboration, trust, and listening as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of enterprise-wide systems, you're famous for having really strong business acumen, and I would love for you to speak to what lessons from like your cross-functional operations, such as supply chain or customer service, has influenced how HR approaches change management and workforce prioritization.
Yes, I love this question. And I'll start with in the system, what we talk about at McDonald's is it's not real until it's real in the restaurant. Whether it's a marketing campaign, whether it's a new product launch, whether it's training, we spend so much time being really focused on ensuring.
Can you break that down? Can you break that down for everyone? What does it mean when you say it's not real until it's real in a restaurant?
Well, if I take a product launch, we could in a corporate headquarters be talking about, I think here in the U.S. The crispy strips. We could be talking about a launch of a new product, but you build the customer excitement and engagement, but it doesn't come to life until you're in the restaurant. You're launching the product. Our crew, our restaurant teams understand the procedures. They understand how to make the product, how to excite our customers about the product.
So
everything comes down to the experience. We have about 70 million customers a day globally that we serve. A day. And
That's
so
kind of hard to even comprehend.
those customers are served through our restaurants, and now we've got multiple channels, be it delivery, you can order on the app, et cetera. But so much comes through those restaurants, so much comes through our restaurant teams. And so making sure that, from a cross-functional standpoint, we've got tight coordination between our operations teams, our people teams. So we've got the training that's going to help equip our restaurant teams to be ready to bring that to life.
Yeah.
The other element I would mention is when we kind of back to our enterprise strategies, we've got across the business, not just in HR, we're thinking about where does one McDonald's way make sense? Where are there enterprise strategies that can serve us all well to help support and grow the business? And we look at those plans and make sure that market by market, we're looking at them cross-functionally.
Yeah.
We don't just have people plans coming through. We look at what's the broader plan so that at the enterprise level, we've got line of sight. At the market level, you're able to plan in sequence. And then at the restaurant level, you're able to do that same thing. So with a lot of our initiatives, what we'll do is we'll look at what's the magnitude of change, what's the size of implementation that would be coming, and then we'll tier that. And we'll be really intentional not to have a big impacting tier one initiative deploy more than once a quarter, because we know that's a lot for our restaurant teams to assimilate. Certainly focus on the cognitive load that's coming down on the teams, because we've got a lot happening.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
How do you practically make that happen? Is it getting all of those stakeholders in the room from those different functions often? Like how do you bring that to life? I understand bringing the different, making sure you remove those borders and collaborate across. What does that look like? Is it just regular check-ins with the team? What does that practically look like?
It's that cross-functional partnership. I mean, certainly you will have your everything starts with listening. Number one, understanding the pain points of our customer teams and what are the things that we are going to go after and solve. And by the way, that's not just a people team going after and thinking about how do we solve that. That's our operations team. That's our technology team. That's our supply chain. Everyone really working together to tackle what some of the biggest pain points are. And so, I mean, I would tell you, I don't know that there's a single initiative that is singularly focused and delivered through one function.
Wow.
It's about that partnership.
That's part of your culture,
and collaboration. And the thing that I love the most, just a shout out to across the business, is you'll sit in a meeting and you'll be talking about an idea, an initiative. And the first question you're going to hear is, how will that impact our restaurant teams? Is this going to make their jobs easier or more complex? And so there's so much intentionality. There's so much awareness around, before we get to a stage of, is something a good idea and is this going to work and is it going to delight our customers? It's, how's this going to land on the teams and how will we bring this to life very practically?
I love it. Constantly looking through it through that lens, always putting the restaurant and the customers first, and then working back from there. And that's, I'm sure, become part of the DNA and part of the culture.
Absolutely.
Of the business.
Yeah.
I can't.
For our first value. I know we've chatted about that before, but putting people first
is the first value.
Yeah.
Every organization says, "Oh, we're employee-centric." Like, you are really embodying that, and with such complexity and intensity. Like, how do you ensure that HR teams remain proactive instead of reactive when kind of managing all the shifting workforce demands and expectations in this environment?
Yeah, I love the question. I mean, I think about it in a couple different ways. Number one, anticipation is so big. So before we get to the stage that we're deploying or we're rolling something out in a restaurant, there's a lot of stakeholders you're bringing along. Number one, you're thinking about, you're listening, you're testing, you're piloting, you're listening and getting feedback from your employees or customers. You're connecting with your franchisees to understand, is this something that's going to be valuable for them, and picking up ideas from them, learning from them. And so there's this anticipation and engaging the stakeholders in advance that I think that helps. When you build that trust, you build those relationships, because then you'll go into a meeting and in a new project, new initiative, you'll quickly seek to understand, well, what are the impacts on these various stakeholder groups? And so when you have that insight, then you're able to move faster, move further. That's one element that I would say. But I think it's important at this moment in time in particular for us to really focus not only on the next, but also the now. I'm super
I like
passionate
that.
about
That's another T-shirt. we
I
need
know,
to make. We've printed a lot of T-shirts over the last few days. One thing I would say, and just on a personal note, when we first started connected, I've always loved about McDonald's is how you represent the communities that you're in. Like from a diversity point of view, from a cultural point of view, like a lot of my friends and family and members, obviously, like we said, grew up. The first job was there. You know, that was the spot we'd go to at lunchtime when we were at school. So obviously, there's a sort of like you have such a strong connection to people's lives and childhood. My daughter Robin's like collecting things from Happy Meals and stuff like that. Like it's and you've kept that consistent. I don't know how you've managed to do that consistently over time and stood the test of time.
Hiring brilliant people.
I know that, but you know, it's just really interesting how like it's just continued through generations. Like, what do you attribute that to?
I will across the business.
Does that make sense what I'm saying, by the way?
It does. I mean, another value of ours is being good neighbors, community, being good neighbors. I mean, I think
didn't make that up, by the way. I didn't.
We are, you know, and our franchisees are local entrepreneurs and leaders in their communities, and the amount of connection they create through local engagement, it's amazing. And you know, we think about our restaurants as a hub in a community, a safe place to be, a place, you know, delicious, feel good moments. Everyone has a McDonald's story, and there's power in that. But I also think we are very passionate about how do we continue to innovate and evolve around the needs of our customers, around the needs of our employees, so that we stay relevant. You know, whether it's through our marketing, through our products, you know, you will see and be able to enjoy our core products, but we also like to have fun and create and innovate.
Like right now, my daughter's obsessed with the Roblox partnership.
Oh, Minecraft.
Minecraft. Sorry. Said Roblox. It's two. Yeah. Sorry.
Don't get it wrong.
This is that's a dad thing right there.
Massive hit. Massive hit across
the movie, everything. It's like it's so incredible to see, and that's one thing you've always been in touch with current culture and stayed connected. The team, whoever's doing that in the team, has done an amazing job of constantly staying connected to the culture as well. Listen, I know you got to run.
To go to
events.
When you were talking about, you're doing such a phenomenal job taking your values off of the wall and making them mean something, not just to your employees, but the communities that you're serving. You're doing such important work.
Amazing.
We're huge fans. Thank you so much for taking the
Enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you. See ya.
Bye.
There we go.
Oh my God, I love her.